Ron, what's going on, man?
My name is Frank Hernandez.
So Jay was saying that you've got to go down to one of the ERs over at the VA.
I am a police officer with the Blight Abatement Unit who works under community engagement.
You got to get down there so that way you can get started with your health care and get started with some of the programs that are there, because there's no reason for you to be out here.
We receive complaints about people camping on private property, public properties, possible homeless encampments. These are the individuals we're looking for to connect them with resources.
We got to do something to get you out of here, all right? Because this is not going to work out very well.
Good morning. Officer Snow with the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office.
When our officers come across someone camping out in public, sleeping on sidewalks, tucked under awnings, or in city parks, they don't just write tickets or make arrests.
You see him? He's over there.
First,
Hey, sir, how you doing? Good morning.
they check in.
We're talking to you today because you're in violation of the camping ordinance, okay? You're on public property.
If it's the first time, they give a warning.
You're not under arrest, but you can't be camping.
That's part of a city ordinance put in place in November 2024 aimed at keeping our public spaces safe, clean, and accessible for everyone.
Hey, I'm Lieutenant Nick Damone with the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office, District 1. All right, y'all can head out. I am over the bike unit and walking beat.
Have you all been warned for camping and stuff like that?
If we come across someone that's camping in public, which is evidenced by their sleeping, they have some sort of outdoor living space. What's going on, man? We'll make contact with them and verify that it is public property and not private property. We'll run them in the database and see if they've been warned before.
If it is their first time, the officer documents it, gives them a warning.
And the reason why he took your IDs is he's gonna do a written warning so that in the system, it'll show that you've been warned for camping on public property.
And offers help.
We're trying to actually do a good thing and get the word out there. There's tons of services besides beds, okay?
That help often comes through JFRD's PATH team, or a bus ride home through the Homeward Bound program. PATH is available around the clock, run by the city and Jacksonville Fire Rescue.
It makes you more comfortable to talk to the firemen, knowing that there's not going to be any enforcement action because you've already been warned.
Hey, Daryl, we're going to take care of your stuff. We're with the PATH team. You met us before.
They help people get shelter, addiction treatment, and more.
They have many services that we may not even know about that they can offer.
Homeward Bound? That's a partnership with Downtown Vision. If someone's from out of town, they can get a ride to reconnect with family or a support system, often the same day.
So the four of you guys could get on a bus as early as today at no charge to you.
If they have been warned before,
So you've been previously warned. You don't qualify for a notice to appear citation, so you're going to be physically arrested, okay?
the officer can use their discretion, since it is a municipal ordinance, to effect a physical arrest, or if they are eligible, issue them a notice to appear to court.
The last thing we wanna do is put y'all in jail, but we can't have this, man.
We're not trying to arrest them over and over again.
Partner, it's the last thing we wanna do.
The warning should push them towards that, but if the warning doesn't register, hopefully making an arrest does.
Homeless people in Jacksonville are looking for a place to go. City leaders say that they've been getting calls about a growing homeless camp in the downtown area.
Jacksonville has struggled for years with a growing amount of homelessness and blight, leading to tent cities, trash piles, and panhandling. All this with a limited amount of resources to get people the help that they need.
Because this is a high trafficked area, we try to come down here once a week and just pick up the sides of the road, the trash, make contact with people, see what's going on with them. Y'all doing all right this morning? Morning, how you doing? Doing okay?
These homeless encampments, if they're left to progress, we're seeing an accumulation of trash, debris.
These areas often have no bathrooms, no running water.
Urination, defecation in public, completely unsanitary, untreated waste. It's just breeding, nuisance pests.
No trash pickup.
Not only do you have it alongside this path, but now you've actually got it spilling down this embankment. And if you look to the bottom there, that whole bottom area down there is saturated with stuff that's not going to break down, organically. JSO?
So they can become dangerous for people living there.
You cannot have an open fire like this, dude. That is a huge hazard.
And the community around them.
So everything that we just walked through, and you've got brand new apartment building that's coming up, less than 200 feet from the same spot.
Out of control camps are health hazards that cost thousands of dollars to clean up.
The sheer volume of stuff that's left behind is the concern. This is what your taxpayer is going to be feeling this effect is when they go to clean all this. this is the city's responsibility.
And they can also be hotbeds for crime.
We've got a little bit of Brillo pad right here, which looks to be smashed and pushed in a way that we know is typically used with drug users. This is all just more reasoning why we're trying to get out there to contact these individuals to see if they need help for substance abuse, but also to try and curb some of this behavior, because if you have somebody back here that overdoses, there's nobody that's gonna know where they're at.
When you come to the downtown area, for a lot of people, this is their first image of Jacksonville. The municipal ordinances, when they were created, developed an idea that they wanted to keep Jacksonville litter-free and keep Jacksonville beautiful.
All right, you good? Plant your feet.
Got it? You got it?
I'm good.
Okay.
I don't want you to miss breakfast.
Personally, I find this position very rewarding, and I'll tell you from my experience, I had a family member growing up who was addicted to drugs. She had a couple children of her own. She was married at the time, fell into this, cycle of substance abuse and drug usage, which eventually led to, her divorce, her losing custody of her children, and her becoming homeless. And there was a point in time where my family was taking care of my niece and nephews, and my niece was maybe 9 at the time, 10 years old. And I remember driving around the town we were in, and she pointed out a building, a brick building that looked very, nondescript, just like any other building in an area. And she said, that's the place where my mommy goes for rehab. And that really struck a chord with me, because, no family should have to, deal with these battles on their own, and I feel like, that really is what perpetuated this want or desire to help other people, was because I saw what it did to my sister, who thankfully, it took her a few years, but is now living a sober lifestyle. For her to come out of that environment and to be better.
Go see her, okay? She can help you out with all that stuff.
So it shows me that, hey, there is the opportunity to grow.
I just want to make sure you're taken care of. I'll try to follow up too and make sure that you're at least getting to where you need to be at.
Maybe it's not going to change the world, but if I can help affect a change in one person, I think that's rewarding in itself.
Be safe, brother. Take care of yourself, all right? All right, let's roll.